This is the Buffalo River in between Dilworth and Glendon, Minnesota. As you can see, we've had an abundance. Kind of reminds me in some ways of that old kind of summer camp, Bible camp Christian song, "Fill me up and let it overflow." Fill me up and let it overflow. I don't know. I don't think the people around here are necessarily appreciative of overflowing. And I'm standing on the bridge right now where the Buffalo River goes underneath this road. And there were no signs. I kind of thought that possibly, from knowing this spot, that there would be water going over the road and the road would be closed. But even looking ahead, there's no sign that says the abundance of water and the overflowing has stopped the road from being useful. However, some of this abundance, the overflow that has come back into this field, has provided space for the waterfowl. It is spring cleanup week in Fargo and Moorhead, and so you drive along the berms here and you can see that maybe that song title or the lyrics of that song, "Fill me up and let it overflow," applies to more than just water in springtime. Buffalo River, however, we're at a different location where it gets closer to the Red River of the North, and it's a couple days later, but you can still see the abundance of water. And behind my shoulder back there is a wooden bridge. I don't even estimate, I suppose it's got to be at least 3 feet maybe underneath the surface of that water. Abundance. It seems to be that concept that we're always trying to find, and that thinking if we can get a little more and have a little more, we'll be satisfied. Or in some sacred writings, abundance was a sign of God's blessing. But if you look back there, is that a blessing or is it stopping us from going? Because obviously the road's shut and I'm not going across there even if I had a watercraft. Abundance. Do we need to be filled up? And if we're overflowing, is it being out of control? Questions to ponder. Now I'm on a different bridge, obviously this one high enough to stay above the abundance of water, and a different river. I'm just north of the confluence of the Buffalo River and the Red River of the North. And you can see as I turn around here, again, the massive amounts of water, and yet these are not record-breaking floods, but it shows what happens when there's way too much and it's beyond human control. However, it's interesting that over the course of time, the people living in the valley have gotten used to this sort of event, often yearly, sometimes more than once a year. That's the same bridge I was on before. We're just at a different angle and a little steadier place to do this and with a little less wind. 8 months ago, I purchased a little action camera that was going to become my go-to for doing videos, but I'm still using my cell phone that I've used since this began years ago. The action camera sits on a shelf. I've read the instructions a bit, but I don't know. Just been a little too busy, needed to block out time, just haven't done that. And yet, I don't know, is that camera going to make a difference in these videos? Yeah, maybe in the quality and maybe in the ability to change things around a bit. But I still use the standby, what I have here. Over the course of time, I have purchased so many things, just like the stuff on the curbs during spring cleanup week. I bought a lot that I never really used and then either ended up giving it away or throwing it away or putting it out on the curbside. Abundance. Has my life been any better because of it? I don't know. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I just ponder my own thoughts and my own processes, and just looking at this spring flood again makes me think of abundance. And yes, there's plenty of places and plenty of ideas that say that abundance is a blessing. Abundance speaks of being favored by God or a higher power, or it means that you've done well in life. But currently I find all that abundance to be frustrating. I'm looking for something and I can't find it. I can find all kinds of other stuff that actually my stuff controls me instead of me controlling the stuff. That there isn't freedom because all of that stuff blocks me from doing the things I want to do. And a passage of New Testament scripture, a piece from Luke's Gospel, the 12th chapter, Jesus says, "Take care and be on your guard, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of possessions." Anymore in my life, I don't want to leave stuff laying around and sitting around. I want to use it. I want to be free. I don't want to be obligated to stuff. I'd rather be connected with people. So there you go, a little bit of reflection, a little bit of the terrain around the Red River Valley of the North. And by the way, where I'm at right now, this bridge, county bridge over the Red River of the North, is just north of Georgetown, Minnesota. And again, as always, thank you for watching.